In northern Gaza, rescuers recover more bodies from the ruins of apartment blocks. The latest victims in a war which Gaza health officials say has already killed more than 35,000. Now the chief prosecutor for the International Criminal Court says what's happening in Gaza includes evidence of war crimes and crimes against humanity.
Intentionally causing death, starvation, injury, and suffering to the civilian population, including so very many women and children, are criminal means to achieve military and political goals.
The prosecutor is seeking arrest warrants for Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his defense minister Yoav Gallant, who recently met with U.S. officials to say Israel is committed to expanding its campaign in Rafah, where UN officials have warned a major offensive could worsen the humanitarian crisis. Arrest warrants are also being sought for 3 Hamas leaders, including Yahya Sinwar, the head of the group in Gaza. On October 7th, Hamas militants killed about 1,200 in Israel and took more than 250 hostage. The prosecutor believes during that attack and in the months afterwards, there's evidence Hamas committed crimes against humanity, including sexual violence and torture. Both sides have condemned the accusations.
It's a moral outrage of historic proportions.
The U.S. is Israel's biggest ally, and neither country is a signatory to the International Criminal Court.
There should be no equivalence between Israel and Hamas. None.
It's been a long time coming.
This professor of international law says if both sides are charged, it may complicate ceasefire negotiations, but it could also dial up the pressure.
Everyone has pleaded with Israel not to do what they're doing, and they persist. Perhaps this will be this will tip things in the other direction.
It's now up to a panel of judges to decide whether to issue these warrants. If it does, Netanyahu would be the first leader from a Western-style democracy to face these charges. And it means that he would be unable to travel to the more than 120 countries that have signed on to the International Criminal Court, because the authorities there would be compelled to arrest him. Briar Stewart, CBC News, London.